For the top, I think we can just once again create a cube here, and let's take it down in the z-axis with S and Z, and let's scale it way down so it's really thin. And I may have made that too thin. Well, I think that's okay. Let's bring it out just a little bit more. And then I'll put it up here, and let's kind of scale it to fit this with S and Y, like this. And then I think we can tab into edit mode and grab this face right here, and let's extrude this out. Actually, before I do, it looks like I have a little bit of an issue right here. Let me grab these and pull these up. There we go. And then let's go back to this one here. There's that face. And then what let's do is hit E and just extrude out, and then hit G and kind of pull it down to right about here, like that. And then it looks like it just goes, well, pretty close to the end. I think I can just grab this corner right here and move it right into there like that. There we go. And then this right here could come out, I think. We could extrude this out because we can see a little bit of a extrusion out here on this side. Let's hit E, pull that out, and then maybe let's just hit S and X and scale that in like that to kind of get that piece there. All right. Now we need this other part. So this one, it looks like this piece goes all the way down. This one, it looks like it goes only down halfway, and it's hard to tell exactly where it inserts into there. Let's kind of do what we think would be easiest for us, since, as I said, we have a little bit of choice there. What I'll do here maybe is just select this face right here, and if we then, well, this one here has it coming down to here. You can see that in the reference image here. So let's just hit E, and I will click and then hit G and pull this over here. And when I do, it really makes it thin. Let's rotate this like this some. There we go. And then we should probably just grab that edge right here and pull that in like this. Let's see how that works. Yeah, and we could grab those points there and pull them up or down however we felt we needed to. So if we just border selected these points, we could just move them down to here, move them up to here. So wherever you think is appropriate for yours. I'm going to go ahead and leave mine there for now. And then looks like we need a couple of more booleans. We need like a triangular boolean here and on this side as well. So maybe we can just create one that will do it for both of them. Let's try that. Let's once again create another cube, and I'll pull that out to here. And I guess the easiest way to make a triangle like that is just to select an edge here and dissolve it. So let's hit X and dissolve edges. And that's an easy way to do that. We should probably go ahead and select these edges and press Control B and pull these out like this. There we go. And then let's kind of move it over here and put it in place. So if we put it in here, like this, we may have to take these points in here and kind of move them down like this. Okay. Yeah, and then we'll pull it over here and do it for this one here. We'll just shrink it down a bit. Now, the good thing about this is we've got two pieces. So this part, this object, is still separate from this object here, so we won't be cutting both at the same time. That's good. So let's select that main object, add a boolean, select our cutter, hit apply, and then let's select this and move it away. All right, so there's that one. Now let's shrink this down a bit. Put this in here. Let me turn it. Let's press R and turn it a bit like this. And it looks like we could move it around a bit. Let's change from global to local transform orientation so our move gizmos are in alignment with the actual object. And then maybe we could scale it up a bit like this. All right, let's try this. I'll select this main object, add our Boolean, select our cutter, hit apply, and now we should be able to move that out. There we go. Let's delete that, and let's take a look at it. Yeah, I think that'll work okay. Let's go ahead and combine all these objects now. So we've got that, that, and that. Let's press Control J. And then what let's do is mirror it over to the other side. I'll move the origin to the 3D cursor. And then let's add a mirror. And there we go. All right, so we've got that antenna brace there. Let's now add some of these pieces up front. These things up here. Let's see if we can find another image of that. Something in front here. Is this the same as we have? No, I think this will give us a little bit more information. So this little piece right up in here, I feel like we need that, the thing that the windshield wipers come off of. So I believe all that is just a cube that we can kind of modify here. So with Shift S2, I'll bring the cursor to that point, and then let's create a cube. And what we'll do here is kind of turn it, and maybe scale it up a bit and kind of put it in place so it connects right around in here. I think it needs to turn a little bit more like this. About like that. Let's see how that works. And then if we hit S and X, we can move these out like this. There we go. Let's just leave that there for now. Oh, I went a little bit too far. Bring that back. There we go. So with that there, let's now work on these pieces right here, these little hook pieces. It says lift here. I imagine maybe if they have to lift these up onto a boat or something, they can hook here and pick the whole thing up. I'm not sure, though. I don't really know. But that's what I'm imagining. But once again, it looks like one of these things. So I'm just going to cannibalize this, select this, and press Control plus on the numpad, duplicate and move this out. And then I'll press the P key and separate by selection. I'll go back to object mode and select that one piece and get rid of the mirror modifier. And then let's move the origin to the geometry there so that we can bring this up and put it up here and use it once again. Let's go ahead and scale it in the Y. I want it pretty thin here. And to turn it, we probably need to turn it in the Y-axis. Let's try this. RY9. No, that's going in the wrong way, isn't it? All right. How about RY -90? That helped. Oh, and I'm in local transformation, so let me change that to global. There we go. Now let's turn it in the Z-axis, RZ90. And let's put this in place. Bring it here. And let's scale it up and fit that circle the way we want it. Probably about like that, right? So now we could tab into edit mode and work on this piece right here. See how it kind of angles back like that? You can see it right here. So we need to kind of turn these so they angle back. What let's do is maybe grab a point here or even just border select these, and I'll move the cursor there with Shift S2. Now let's change our pivot point to the cursor. I'll hit the period key and we'll change from median point to 3D cursor. And so now when we take all of these, if I take all of these here, I'm going to flatten them up. I'm going to press S, Y, and scale them in the Y so they're flat like that. And then I'm just going to hit R and we're going to rotate at that point, kind of like that. And then we can also scale out S and just scale out like that, and that'll pull it down there like that. There we go. Now we should be able to grab these points down here. Oh, I missed this one right here. And I'll change back to median point. And let's pull these straight down like this. Now it looks like this one should continue this way, so let's bring that over here. All right, let's take a look at what we've actually done here. Not bad, but let's bring it into there like that. Yeah, so that's pretty good there, I think. Let's mirror it over so it's in the exact same place. I'll press Shift S1 to take the cursor to the center of the grid, move the origin, add a mirror, and let's press Control A and apply the rotation. And there we have it over there. Okay, so we've got those pieces now. Let's also add this piece right here, this thing that I don't know what it is, a camera, sensor, whatever sits on. Now, this one doesn't have it, but it does have that base there. So let's go ahead and create that. Once again, I'll move that cursor to this point, to a point right here. Let's do that. And then let's create a cube. And I wonder if we can see it from the front here. Looks like we can. So maybe if I move it up to here and scale this out a bit like that. Let's see if we can put it in place now. It looks like I could scale in the Y a bit. And if I come back to here, and I feel like it really wants to come up a little bit more. So maybe if we grab that face and pull down some. Let's try this. All right. Now what let's do is just take this edge and we'll bevel it to get this kind of flat part right here. Let's press Control A and apply the scale. Select that one edge right there. Press Control B and let's pull that out. And we don't need any of those edges there. We just want it flat. Something like that. Maybe I can even grab that edge and pull it down a bit. Yeah, so we've got that piece in the center that could hold that sensor if we want to put it on. Yeah, there we go. So we're beginning to add a little more detail to the cab. In the next video, we'll take a look around and see what else we can add on this.